We are live. We are live. We are live. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
All right, all
Doing
right.
good.
Great, great. So we were already chatting before we went live. That troll motor. I got the old terror. It's still on my doggle, and a lot of people want to know why did I use that remote. I got a brand spank new foot pedal for that thing, but it's especially if you got your transducer on the troll motor on that thing. It's really tough. You
Yeah,
almost
he,
have to use the remote.
he was telling me, all my buddies told me I got to get it on a pole, put it on a pole. I was like, well, if you're fishing brush piles, it really ain't bad. If you can find
Yeah,
a good brush pile and get a little bit of wind where you can spot lock on it,
spot lock. Yeah,
that's actually pretty handy. But
yeah. Especially if you could pitch to them or cast to them, it'll work
right,
out like that. But if you happen to do a lake like Lake Houston, man, it's that pole kill is a killer. When you gotta get that jig right there on them fish, it's really tough to do it with the pole. Yep. I've had my fair share of trying to make that work. And it's a booger bear. It's a booger bear. Did you find any size up there?
man, we caught one over 2 pounds. It's like 2.01, I think, or something.
Okay.
That's the biggest one we caught. And then we
Was it
caught a couple of like 1.4s, 1.5.
okay? Was it mostly black crappie or white crappie?
The biggest ones were white crappies, but
Okay.
caught a black crappie and a white crappie on the same tree.
Yeah.
There's three fish stacked on one tree. Caught the top fish, black fish. Caught the middle fish, white crappie.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, man, the bottom
Yeah.
fish we never got him. And if they ever leave that tree with that foot pedal, the electric foot pedal, they
Yeah.
left that tree, I was in trouble.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. Trying to hold your pole, work the pole, and then the foot pedal makes it a little difficult.
Mhm.
Yep. So Terry, you got to go fishing too, didn't you? Didn't you get out?
Yeah, I went back to Livingston.
Yeah.
Um, I did really well. Um, Man, I did well. I remember I told well on the tournament day my my scale died and I thought it was the batteries and I went out with batteries on Saturday and it wasn't it. So I was kind of pissed off about that, but
Wow.
so I
Was it
couldn't wait.
what scale
Hmm?
you running?
The Rapala.
Okay.
I've had it for a while.
Have it
Um,
gotten wet?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't have no
S
water well.
yeah, so I went to Bass Pro and got that, Bubba Light scale. Imma try that out for a while, um,
Cool.
because I really want to weigh the fish that I caught, um, and I was right at 8 pounds with my best 5 fish,
Nice.
from Saturday. So I did really well. Caught a lot
Yeah.
of fish. Yeah,
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
yeah.
Joey, it's been happening on your end.
I've been shooting birds.
That's always fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went down to South Texas for 3 days, and it was a pretty good sized group of us
Uh
this
huh.
year. But we get a camp house, and we actually hunt on a 10,000 acre farm. This year we were on a fence line between Sesame and a Milo field, and so um, plenty of birds out there. They had a lot to eat. There's ponds on both ends of it, so they were
Mm-hmm.
they were congregating. So you know, three 3 days came home with 38 birds. So
Wow.
Mm.
Nice.
yeah, the
Sound
Sunday,
like you're gonna have to invest in some bacon.
yeah, yeah, a couple packs for sure. Um, yeah, Sunday there was sustained 18 to 20 mile an hour winds, gusting 30. So we were shooting torpedoes out there, but it was
Yeah.
fun.
Mhm.
That wind add a little bit of speed to them.
A little bit. Yeah, you got to lead them just a little, few feet more than what you you're used to. But
Yes, sir.
we got it. I got 11 birds. Took me 4 boxes of shells, but I got 11 birds.
Cool. Cool.
Mm.
That's always fun though.
Yep.
Tell you what, man. It's been fun chasing these crappie here lately. They're liking this. I mean, I know the weather's still all over the place. Hot, 90 degrees one. Well, not really 90, but right at it, and right at freezing one day. And man, it's just crazy the way this weather's jumping all around.
Yep.
But we ought to be used to it down here because it's like that. Just about every winter.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that I will say, the fish are changing depths a little bit. On them cooler days, I've been seeing them a little bit deeper. Same vicinity, but uh, a little bit deeper. You know, I talked to it's a guide out on Conroe that chased crappie too, and I was telling him, man, I'm finding a high concentration of fish in that 14 to 16 foot, but on certain days, uh, I'm having to step out there to that 20 22 foot. But that's the range, that 14 to about 22 foot of water, man. That they've been holding pretty good. I'm talking to local lakes. I've been on Somerville. I've been on. I hadn't been on Houston in a couple weeks already. Not that I'm running from it, but I just hadn't had any trip scheduled there.
I don't think it's doing very well right now. It's still muddy.
Yeah.
Which it's been a while since we've had that heavy rain. So
hmm
I'm wondering if it's not turning over.
I think it's probably just runoff, man. They got all of those new neighborhoods coming in up there.
That's true. That
Uh,
may,
you
yeah.
know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and we was talking about Lucy Bayou. Lucy Bayou used to stay clear almost. It could storm. It may
Yeah.
get muddy one day, the next day it's back to and usually this time of year it's that tea color.
Mm-hmm.
They're really heavy, real heavy tea color. And but ever since they've been building those new neighborhoods up there, man, it get just as muddy as the river.
Yeah.
And right now, at times, right now, the river clears up faster than the bayou.
Mm.
Uh, I don't run from the mud though. One thing that I will say is if it's muddy, that water heats up a lot faster, and those fish, and it protects that light penetration. So that those fish probably at 4 to 8 foot of water is probably super hot right now, even though it is low 50-degree water temp.
Mm-hmm.
They can withstand that cold water, but you know that amount of that light penetration is what they sort of shy away from. But with it
Mm-hmm.
muddy, it'll allow them to stay a little bit more shallow. I almost went today because my trip today, they were predicting all that rain. And when I got up this morning, I was like, man, it don't even look like it's gonna rain on the lake.
Well, it rained a lot more than just a little bit at 7 o'clock. I almost went myself, and
Uh-huh.
then I just had too much to catch up on. So I just said no, I'm not going to worry about it, especially seeing the water like it was yesterday still.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, JR, you know what? That's funny, but yeah, depending on how buried in the structure they are, some days I do go through a lot more jigs than than normal. Um, Replying to his comment.
Yeah.
But couldn't manage it. But it rained probably 6 hours today up
Really?
here in Huffman. It rained all day today.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah, it was rainy all day today. Not a lot of wind,
As in rain or drizzle.
off and on showers.
Okay.
A lot of drizzle, but there was off and on showers too. Nothing, rain gear wouldn't have kept you dry from, but it still rained.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm back to Conroe coming up uh soon, man. Them fish on Conroe, man. I mean, with the right action, if you give that jig the right action, they gonna get it. They coming to get it.
Mm.
and just I seen a school yesterday that had probably 200 fish in it,
Hmm.
and I hear people talking about that Conroe is struggling with the numbers, man. But as you know, the trips that me and you've done out on Conroe, man, if you hit the right areas, there's plenty of fish. They're schooling fish on that lake.
Mhm.
Um, but uh, not like that on Houston. Every now and then you'll see them schooled up on Houston, but not very often. Yep. Yeah, I wanted to schedule uh that next tournament the weekend after Christmas, but I hadn't talked to anybody to see if that will work for everybody else. Some people probably be out of town or whatever else, for the Christmas holidays. And I want Limestone to be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I want to talk to everybody and see what day will work. I mean, with the holidays, we got the first coming and all of that. So I wanted to see what will work for everybody else.
Mhm.
You down for Limestone, Joey?
Oh yeah.
I think it'll be a fun. You get to do a few different styles of fishing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be another one of those lakes where everybody's going to have their 5 fish.
Yeah.
Just got to get the right 5.
Mhm. It's gonna be a overnight one for me because this is a 3-hour ride. Three
Yeah, and
hours,
they got
15 minutes.
cabins right there on the lake. That's what I plan on doing too. Staying the night before, going up there the day. Well, try to go the day before to look around a little bit and stay the night, and then fish the tournament that morning.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
we get a date on that. I'd definitely be in that. I'd try to book a cabin also. It looked
Yeah.
pretty nice. I hadn't
Yeah.
stayed there, but
Yeah. Yeah. I'm missing the lady that run that I forget the which one it is, but I talked to him and the manager wasn't there when we went last week. So she called me and then I called her back. We just keep missing each other to find out, the rates and what all we'd have to do to host a tournament there. But it's the ramp right there by the power lines. I'm
Mhm.
not sure if
like
you've used it
it's
before.
a campground and marina, Lake Limestone Campground and Marina. I believe the
That's
name of
it.
it.
Yep, yep. I think they got numbers or something too. I seen some with numbers on them. I don't know if that one do. I think the other ones are like public, and this one's like a private, to where you have
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
$6 to lunch.
There's a public one on up on the north end of the lake. It's state run or whatever. I know I'm
Right.
positive of that one, but
Yeah.
there's another one.
Crappie King said Conroe is not struggling with numbers. There's a lot out there. I agree.
I've been seeing good reports come off Conroe.
Yeah. Yeah. If you know what you're doing, you gonna lay into them. Even it's like I say that one Saturday or something I went to do some scouting and looking around. I even seen just the weekend warriors out there with bent poles. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the fish are biting good. They're biting good.
What about the size? Is it some size
Oh,
out there?
yeah, there's some good fish.
Mhm.
There's some good fish out there. Lots and lots and lots of black crappie right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I hadn't really looked for the it got a really good population of white crappie now too, but I hadn't looked around for them. And just about all the pictures that you're seeing, just all black crappie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I did catch one after my trip yesterday. One white crappie. It's good when but I had a really good client that he's fished with me. I don't know. I'm willing to bet 10 or 15 times, and he listened really well. Lined up with the troll motor, made we was casting at him, and he would listen at the action we needed to give, and I mean, a little under 2 hours we were done with his 25 fish limit. and that's always a good thing. Yeah, I needed that because usually, usually I'm out there training people how to use a spin cast reel, or I just
Yep.
start from the very bottom going up to catching fish.
Yeah, 2 hours. You just barely seeing the bait on the live scope by then.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. It's kind of tough, when you get brand new people. But yep. So Jody's asking, does Steve have a holiday still? You gonna have to contact him. I hadn't talked to him. I have not talked with him.
Hey, Dale.
There's Dale. Dale, you down for well, I can't remember the name of that day. I just said the name of that. Limestone.
Limestone.
Dale, you gotta come to Limestone. Gerald says, SK, how long does it take you to get to Conroe? About an hour. Coming home is the problem with that lake.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I leave super early, so I don't deal with any traffic getting there. But coming home, it's sometimes, just the other day, I think they had 2 accidents on 45. It was just under 2 hours me getting home. Stop and go the entire way home.
I tell you what, if you ain't out of there in the morning where I'm coming from, you're in the wrong side of 20 minutes,
Hmm.
it'll take you another 45 to get there.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
that's Houston.
Yeah, 45 is trash. I mean, anywhere you got to go on 45 it's ridiculous. My trip back from Somerville, I don't know if they had a wreck or whatever, but that was my first time ever hitting stop and go traffic on 290.
How many days in a row were you out there?
3 days.
Okay. Maybe it was deceiving by the reports. It looked like you were out there a week, but
No, just 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the night I did that live up there, I only said I had 2 days because sometimes when you let people know where you're going, you got followers out there, so it's rare that I advertise that I got an upcoming trip.
my air tags are still working.
They still work. You know
Yeah.
exactly where I'm at, huh?
Hey, I'm gonna need those coordinates, man. I'm gonna have to log in.
I'm in
Whenever
trouble. You ever reupholster that boat?
come on now.
They're pretty expensive on tournament day. I'm just saying that them coordinates
Yeah.
pretty expensive.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, by the time he get through running through those coordinates, ain't gonna be no fish left anyway.
No, I told you. I've been
Y'all are so
I've
wrong.
been behind him running up the river before, not realizing it. What is wrong
Yep.
with these fish?
Yep. At Livingston, I go to the other side of the lake, and there's SK on one of my waypoints. I just go
Yep.
on, go past it, and don't even
Yep.
go back to it because it ain't gonna work no more.
Nope.
That's sad. Y'all wrong, man. Y'all wrong. So,
Right there.
Clint, what depths were you looking in up there?
Man, I was staying within. See, I run some brush piles in 15 foot of water, 12, 15 foot of water. Found some short fish on them. And then when I got in the timber, I tried to run anywhere from 25 to 28, 30 foot. And most of the fish is hanging out around 14 to 18. As the day got later, they seemed to dive a little deeper, 18 to 20, a
Mhm.
little later. I noticed that they were a little more aggressive if you went with a smaller bait.
Really?
I started out with a big bait, but like I said, most of them were black crappie. But
Yeah.
that smaller bait, it sucked because trying to drop it down that line wants to hang up on your weight and all that. But if you got it down
Mhm.
there close to them,
Yeah.
they were pretty aggressive on it.
Yeah.
Sound pretty
Yep.
consistent to Livingston there. That report.
Say again.
I said that sounds pretty consistent to Livingston and how I was
Yeah.
pushing it. Yep.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Murdoch says, so now that you're casting with the live scope, do you find it more effective or does it just depend? It really do just depend, Murdoch. I mean, I'm awesome with it. You know, Every now and then I have to burn it back in because I miss my cone, but not often. But certain clients can pick up on it pretty good. Some clients hand me the reel, tell me to cast for them, and I'll cast it and let it fall down there and they reel it in. Uh, it is a lot easier getting getting the fish to react while a client has the rod in his hand and than a real finicky vertical. Because you have to be so smooth sometimes with that raise on vertical jigging, and some people just can't do it. Uh, it's just you know I we had the vertical jig a couple days on the water, and I have people to raise the line with their free hand, right? And I'm sitting there watching the jig like, man, this jig's not even moving. So the same time that they're raising, they're pushing the rod down. And I'm telling you, I'm like, why are you moving the rod? I'm not moving the rod. I'm telling you, you moving the rod. The jig is not moving. The fish come up and look at the jig, turn around, go on back down. And it's so difficult on some trips to get a good box because there's so many just little bitty minute mishaps that happen that the client have no clue. No different than I'd say, hey, come down, and they do their rod like this. That this is down, but instead of this being down, this is down. So no, go back right. Now come straight down. And with live scope, a lot of people think, hey, you get live scope and the fish jump in the cooler with the skin off, no bones in them. You just throw them in the grease, but that is not how it works. There are rules, especially down here on these lakes in Southeast Texas. I wish we had a lake like like the Forks and all these other lakes where the fish come to the jig 2 or 3 feet away and you can do whatever to it and they still chase it and hit it, but it's just not like that down here. But casting is a lot of fun. I don't talk about it a whole bunch, but it is a awesome way to put fish in the boat. And one of my preferred ways of catching crappie.
Especially if you're trying to catch numbers, you can stay off that pond, not educate them as fast.
Exactly.
They ain't getting the boat slapping.
Exactly. Yep.
One thing I learned to do, I try to shoot that bait. I can't cast that bait that spinning reel very well. I'll be the first to admit it, but I like to shoot it a lot. Just like you know, and I seem to be a lot more accurate that way. I've always been a bait cast guy, and you just can't get enough weight on there.
Right.
Yeah. That's my all-time favorite. I mean, casting at 40 feet, that's my thing right there.
Yeah, I like it a lot. DT, where you been, man? Said went to Louisiana for 8 days and fished the marsh for speckled trout, redfish, and flounder. Brought back 22 packs of fillets. Man, that's going to be some fine eating right there. Good hearing from you, man. It's been a minute. Murdoch says, what's your setup on that? Do you use a weight above? Yes, sir. I use the smallest weight I can get away with, and usually nothing no heavier than a 16th ounce jig head. And I use ultralight 6 foot 6 inch Denali prime spinning reel. Super lightweight, man. It seems like that thing gonna break on every fish, but they hold up pretty well. I like it a lot. Never have been a sponsor. I've paid my way all the way around. You taught me live scope, SK. That's awesome, Mr. Lynn. JR says, SK, too bad they don't make AI to tell your client left, right. I'll tell you what, man, I say left and right and down and set the hook so much, man, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That last trip last Friday with that guy that, he's new to it. And I tell him, hey, man, set the hook. I don't feel nothing. I'm telling you, when he got up there and give you that flash, you got to set the hook. Or, I go to the next tree, I drop on it and catch the fish. He said, Oh, when he felt that one, I said, man, I didn't feel nothing. I'm telling you, when he flashed that tail, it's game. It's game on.
Yeah,
It started easing up on it.
people don't understand when you put that split shot above that jig, man, it kill. You know, back in the day, you used to hear of slack line bite, so you lose the feel of your jig. But when you got split shots, got a weight above your jig, and that fish hit up on your jig, you just
You
don't
don't
feel it.
feel it. Yeah.
If you're not paying attention, you just gonna miss a bite.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to explain that, and I've had clients tell me 20 times I didn't feel nothing in one trip. And I'll constantly say, hey man, 95% of your bites, you're not going to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And on some of these clients, I'm having to hunch them in the shoulder. Hey, you set the hook. Because just saying set the hook in their brain, they're trying to calculate, hey, I ain't feeling it, I'm not gonna set it. So, but when I usually hunch them, if I got clients and I'm hunching them, it's because they way behind on the ball game. And usually when I hunch them in that shoulder, they set the hook. But it's a little different using live scope. There are definitely rules that you have to follow to be successful with using live scope.
Yep.
A lot of people say it's cheating, but I offer anybody get on my boat and show me that it's cheating. DT said, yes, it has. I have been busier than a one-armed man in a wallpaper hanging contest. Yes, sir. Murdoch said, I watched a young guy casting one day at Eagle. He told me he had caught over 200. Didn't know why he would stick that many when he was refusing a tournament. I guess he was probably checking. He was out there reconning for a tournament. I think that's what he's trying to say. But he did. Yeah, I don't catch a bunch of fish when I'm out there pre-fishing a tournament. Oh, that's what he's saying, pre-fishing a tournament.
Yeah, he snatched out 200. Pretty much, and that's not his tournament fish.
Yeah.
Like before.
They're
Because he's going to go back to the same spot.
Right. Dwayne said, that's my favorite word. Got him. There's some clients I'll be hollering, got him 5 times. They just now set the hook.
Yep.
Yes, sir. James says, what that one depth in winter you would side image to try to find fish. The lakes down here, I like that 15 to 20. Um, if you find, and typically ledges. Sometimes they'll get on flats too, but I like fishing ledges. I want that contour change. If you look on your map, you'll see where those contour lines get really tight. That's where those ledges and drop offs are, and that's where I'm typically fishing. I like those areas, and the fish seem to like them too.
Yeah, in the wintertime, I usually kind of gravitate towards deep edges from the shore, and I typically try to find a flat near that, and it being the 18-20 foot of water. Like I
Mhm.
said earlier, one of my favorite ways is to cast, and I always find big open water fish when I'm fishing that type of area.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
The thing
just
is,
depending on which
especially,
lake.
yeah, it depends on the lake. But one thing, that like with all the changes we're having right now, um, those fish, crappie is a super lazy fish. Uh, they want to be in an area to where they can, a couple flaps of the tail, they can be in, 12 foot of water. And another couple flaps of the tail, they can be in 20, 25 foot of water. So, those ledges, they like those ledges. In my opinion, that's what I look for. JJ,
What's up, JJ?
can you hear us?
Yeah, there you go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
How y'all doing tonight?
Doing
All
great,
right.
man. I forgot last week I was up in Somerville. I totally forgot to send you that link to talk about Livingston. But
Oh, it's all good. I'm usually half asleep by this time anyway.
yeah, me too. Me too.
I just got done editing a video and putting it on YouTube. I rather come on a little bit sooner.
Yeah. You been fishing? Oh, I know you have. You was out on Cullen Road the other day.
Yeah. I bite's good. It was cold. It was Sunday and it was windy and cold, but
Yeah.
bite's good.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
A lot of fish. I know that.
There's a lot of fish showing up on Cullen Road. I seen one school, man. That was the biggest school I've seen down here ever. And I know it was crappie because I caught probably 10 of them out of that school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you 200 feet. I should have took a screenshot of it, but I was so excited to see them. I was like, man, I got to see it. First, I was saying white bass, but I was like, no, they not moving. They just sitting there. And did about 10 casts, caught 10 fish, and I was like, man, that's a school of crappie. On
Yeah,
Cullen Road.
I drove over the big bridge must have been yesterday.
Mhm.
Man, it was like glass. I'm like, oh man, I wish I was out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been nice, man. So we've had some really nice days here this week. Yep.
I'm
Uh
looking forward to hitting Limestone. You guys planning on it
yeah, we hadn't
right
set a
after
date
Christmas?
yet. Yeah, what y'all think about the weekend after Christmas? I think it's like the 27th or something like that, I think it is.
I'll be out. I'll be out of town that weekend. But y'all,
Well,
by all means, go ahead.
what about the
Yeah.
3rd?
I'm out on that one.
I can't do the 10th. 17th?
I'm out on that one.
Who said Clint, you say you out on
Yeah,
that one?
I'm out on that one.
That should be good to hit either any one of them. Or whatever.
Unfortunately, my son got invited on a deer hunt, kind of a meat run deal. Can't
Yeah.
pass that up for him.
Yeah. And Terry, you say you out of town the 27th, huh?
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if the majority is there, then y'all just go ahead and have it. I don't want to stop the fun for me.
Yeah, I want you there though. I wanted a group thing.
Definitely. We're gonna get some big ones. I ain't fished it
I
in a few
think so.
years, but I know there's some good ones there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see y'all sacking that one. I can't pass up enough fish, but there's a sack there to be had.
Yeah.
It's hard to go past some ones that you know are just not the tournament fish, but man, you want to get that thump, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it takes discipline, that's for sure.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. It really does. It really Joe, I appreciate you dropping the links.
Oh yeah.
Always helps out.
So is
See,
Lake Houston getting a little less muddy yet?
Nope.
No.
now they got Joey said they got quite a bit of rain today.
Yeah, it rained pretty much off and on all day today.
SK looks like you've been doing real well up at Somerville.
Oh man,
Saw
it was
your
fun.
post. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, it was
cooler
fun.
weather usually turns them on really good. I love it when it gets
Yeah.
cooler.
Yep. Yeah, Conroe been fire too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, past 2 days I was on Conroe. Yep. Oh, you had decking replaced? It is sweet. No more heat in the boat. That's what's up. That's what's up. Any of you guys that are on Facebook, man, I'd really appreciate if y'all would join the little crappie group that I got started over there and post some of your pictures and reports and enjoy seeing what works for other people.
When's the next time everyone's gonna be on the lake?
As in tournament,
No, just fishing. Just fishing.
I'll be out there tomorrow.
Of course. You,
I got to get to Houston, man. It's been over 2 weeks since I've been on that lake.
Back.
I want that challenge, Joey.
Yeah, you enjoy good punishment here and there.
Yeah. Yep. All it does is give you information on what to try when it's like that again.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna go back to Livingston on Friday.
The thing is,
No,
it's
no,
been muddy so long. They're not going to be
They're
thrown
used
off
to it.
by it. They're
Yeah,
going to
they're
be used to it by now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're used to it now.
Yeah, it'll be after Christmas before I get back on the water, man. I got to pull a shutdown over the weekend, so knocks me out.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I'm in
what's
here.
up, DT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for some vacation time here. I want to get out on the water.
Yeah. Murdoch, all deer are going to be going into their second rut here in a little bit.
yeah, they've been running for a while now.
Yep, October. Yeah, while I'm bow hunting, I always see deer chasing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I feel like they started a little early this year, actually.
I see it early every year. I'm talking about for years. I always told us, man, I'm telling y'all, them deer be chasing. I can't say that they're, mating then, but they're
Mhm.
definitely on the chase. You can call them in.
Yeah.
You can call them in early October. I'm talking about if I'm bow hunting, I got my calls with me. It works. It really do work.
I do probably 90% of my hunting East Texas. And if I had to pick a week, I'm picking the week between youth weekend and rifle season. That week right there has always been mine.
Yeah.
And then normally always some rut activity going on before pressure gets on them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I like muzzleloader. The last, in 1st of January. That's super hot too. I've always seen good deer in muzzleloader season. Yep. Yes, sir. But I think we gave out some really good information. If people listen to it's like I say that down here in Texas, man, this weather, it's we get ready to be almost 80 degrees by this weekend, and we was just right at Conroe's like 27 degrees Monday morning. It was cold on that lake, and then the wind was a lot higher than what the wind that morning was like 15 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock, the wind almost went to nothing. But it was cold that morning. I'm talking about freezing cold. And now these temp swings, it didn't drop the water temp drastically, but it has to affect those fish.
Mm-hmm.
And them just moving to a little bit deeper water is all that I seen, but they still ate really good. This is the time of year that they're feeding up. They got to supply energy to developing those eggs. So
Yeah, the
nutrients and energy.
the fish I cleaned Sunday were just full of shad.
Yeah. You see any egg sacs?
Yeah, they're forming.
Yeah.
Nothing, nothing. Obviously, nothing mature, but they're
Yeah.
forming. There's some pretty decent sized ones.
Yeah. I was surprised at the size of the egg sacs in the Livingston fish I caught. Those fish had some not developed eggs, but they were a lot bigger than anything that I'm seeing anywhere else.
Hmm.
I didn't understand that, but
There's some thick fish. There's some fat bellies on 'em.
yeah. I pulled 3-inch shad out of a couple of them that I cleaned. So they feeding heavy.
Yeah, I didn't fish as long as I probably should have on Livingston because of the fog, and I just went up north, and I wasn't running that lake. I wasn't hurting my boat,
No.
so it took me a long time to get up there. But
Yeah.
there was fish where I figured there would be, just nothing great.
Mm-hmm.
You go up north of 190?
No, I went up into Pinwall. Just standing timber up in there that holds some pretty decent fish usually.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at that area, studied it on the maps and all of that, but I ran into so many trees getting up there. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna settle for what I got. That's why I wanted to go. That back there, it's a deep pocket back there.
Yeah, that's where I went.
Yeah, it looks really good on the map back there. But I couldn't make it. Every time I go around one corner and look down that lake, I was like, man, you can, it's just crazy how big that lake is, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I zoom out on my map. I'm like, man, I still got. I bet you, what is that, about a 10 to 15 mile ride up there, one way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's a long ways up there. Yep. DT said fried crappie eggs are delicious. I can't eat them. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but I can't get over the grit. It sounds, it's like you're chewing on sand.
Mm.
Y'all eat crappie eggs?
No.
Nah, I'm good.
I don't
After
eat
they
any
hatch
fish
and,
egg.
after they hatch and grow up about 11 inches, I eat them.
That's right.
I mean, I've tried it. I've tried it. Some people say, "Oh, you got to wash them," and you try to wash them, and they falling all apart. And I hadn't figured it out yet. I have not figured it out yet. Y'all ever fried those egg sacs? I got a buddy. Yeah, I can't do it, Murdoch.
Mm-mm.
I know a lot of people that do, but DT said that he likes them. Oh, you said I'm cooking them too long.
So you got to eat them raw, medium rare.
Over
Caviar.
easy. You got to eat your crappie eggs over easy, SK.
Yeah, caviar. Hey, it may be worth a try. I tried. Yeah, I put breading on mine's cornmeal. I was trying, get the breading, golden brown, but it may be too much. Are you putting any breading on it, DT?
I ain't tried much with cornmeal on it that ain't very good.
Yeah.
I ain't tried to crop eggs, but put cornmeal and grease to it. I can normally eat it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Murdoch says I've tried them. I fried them for him, but I've never done it. Roll them in cornmeal and put them in the grease right when it starts to getting hot. Okay. Low temp.
Yeah. That's what I'm hearing. Do you run your grease to a certain temp, SK?
Yeah, I try to get it, around at 325 to 350.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What do you run yours at?
325 is pretty much. The reason I like the 325 is if I've got thicker fillets, it doesn't doesn't make the cornmeal get too dark. It's still,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
they'll flat out turn brown if you're trying to cook them. You know, you'll start burning the cornmeal trying to get the inside of the meat all the way done.
Mm-hmm.
At 350. So I try to stick around 320, 325.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. And when I'm cooking fish, I have the next batch ready to go in as soon as I take the other out,
Yep.
or your grease will get too hot.
Yeah. It'll roller coaster on you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But right now, y'all, it's a great time to be on the lake. I mean, I think well, Joey hadn't been out, but all of our trips to the lake has been really successful. I almost say the last month, it's been really, really good. And I've been on before the rain. Some of me, Lake Houston was really good. Um, Somerville right now is really good. Livingston, from what I seen when I was up there, is really good. Conroe is really good. So all lakes are doing really well down here. Houston still hadn't fully recovered from all those years of them draining the lake in the middle of the spawn, but it's definitely on a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely on a comeback.
You see the amount of 8 and 9 inch fish out there. You kind of know what the next
Yep.
couple years is going to look like, and it looks very promising.
Yeah.
And if they can hold that many 8 inch fish are spawning. They by the time they're 10 inches, they've already spawned probably twice in their
Right.
lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that is just good signs. Those big masses of fish or that you see in the tops of those brush piles, they're going to spawn this spring. So if they won't mess with the water level again and actually let them get a good spring in, that's just going to translate, down the road too.
Yeah. Actually, the past, I don't know, 3-4 years, I've been seeing them spawn that they're spawning deeper
Mm-hmm.
to compensate for
Yeah.
that them lowering the lake.
Yeah,
Yep.
last couple of years up here, I've noticed a lot of short fish as well. So that's why there's so many out there now.
Mm-hmm.
Conroe's full of them.
Yeah.
You hear it all the time, depleting the population and all that. But man, they're just everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I listen. I hear a guy. There's a guy that go on the outdoor show. I forget his name. Uh, but he always talk about how the guide should not uh fish for crappie, do crappie trips during certain times of the year. And I'm like, man, there's crappie everywhere on Conroe.
Oh yeah.
But it
Well, they
takes
can
the
get.
technique. You gotta fish for them because I'm gonna tell you now, especially summertime. You think you're gonna get on top of them fish and they gonna stay there? It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you got to change your tactics for sure.
Exactly, without a doubt. Yep.
If you're the same guy that goes out there and does the same thing over and over, then
Yeah.
you might get a bunch one day, but it might be a while, before you get them like that again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see where some of them would think that the population is down, but what we see out there, what I see out there, I know it's plumb full of them.
Hmm.
Now they may be getting a little tougher to, catch some of them, but certain times of the year.
Yeah. I could tell you now. Every trip that I take to Conroe, when I'm sometimes 30 feet away from that pile, I can see the bigger crappie leaving out the backside of it. I see it often,
Mm.
and don't a lot of people think that crappie don't have a brain, but I'm gonna tell you something. Those are one of the smartest fish I feel I've ever chased, and I've been deep in the salt water several years, and I fished for freshwater for my entire life, But what we get to see on live scope now really do show you how smart they are.
Yep.
They know when a boat's approaching a brush pile, and I see it constantly.
Yeah, it goes back to that casting to them. I feel like when they get spooked like that, especially in summertime, dead slick day, you can stay back and cast to them. You seem like you can pull more numbers.
And even
Yep.
even then, the little disturbance from catching the fish,
Yep.
I still see fish leaving.
I get a lot of that. I see a lot of fish leaving if you let that weight hit the water too hard.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
without a doubt.
Or you pull a couple of them out of there, and then the rest of them are like, "Oh, I'm done. I ain't biting."
Yeah, I seen what happened to him.
Exactly. Something's going on.
That's right. Murdoch, I do that a lot myself. We eat a lot of fish tacos here, and what I'll do is cut my fish in strips, and it just makes a great taco like that. But works great. I like I got a seasoning that I put together. Works great, man. But a lot of times, I'm not gonna say a lot of times, but sometimes we'll just do salt and pepper, man. And I'm gonna tell you that's all you really need for crappie is salt and pepper, and it is a really good tasting fish with just salt and pepper. Slick Willie, what's going on, my man? Been trying to wait on these dudes to join the tournaments, but it'll happen sooner or later. They just got to get the time together. So Terry, you may miss out on this next tournament. The 27th is what I had set, but I just wanted to talk to everybody else. I hate to see that you won't be able to make it. Hopefully, you for sure gonna be out of town.
Yeah, I'll be in Georgia. It's cool. Y'all go ahead and whack them over the head. I'll be looking for good reports.
Okay, you're gonna miss out on the fun.
Yeah, that'll work because I got that Friday off, so I'll probably go up there and check it out a little bit, get a room.
Yeah, I'll be up there that Friday myself. Wait, let me look again. Make sure he got no trip. Yeah, I'm off that Friday.
I'm gonna try to call him tomorrow and try to get a room booked.
Cool. We'll set it up for the 27th. I got to get in contact with that lady that run that marina too. So we'll make that happen. It'll be fun, man. DT, I used to use Slap Your Mama, man, but it seemed like they started adding way too much salt. Man, that's a really salty seasoning, and I can't stand a lot of salt. But back when they first came out, it was a really good seasoning. Murdoch says, I've wrapped crappie in tin foil and thrown them in a campfire. They still eat good. Yeah, I don't care how you just heat it up. Kill the bacteria in the fillet. It's good to go.
That's probably my preferred way. Cook them on the grill, man. Put some blackening seasoning on them. Throw them on the grill.
Yep. You can't do crappie wrong. Especially if it's fresh, never frozen. I mean, I remember catching fish and taking the guts out of them, sticking a stick through them, and building a little open fire with no seasoning. And just roast that joker, peel the skin off, and eat that flaky white meat. And it's still good. Add a little smoke to it. That's all I got, man. I think people wanting to I'm gonna tell you now, there's still a lot of people out there that's wondering how we catching these fish, but you got to be on the water to do it. You can't sit there and look at your computer screen.
My advice: go when you even if you don't think you're gonna catch fish, because a lot of times I've made 100 trips with windy days and just practice boat control.
Yep.
And then you can't get good enough. I don't believe.
No.
I don't think they're the top two.
Yep.
I've had some of my best days on days I thought there's no way these conditions are going to let me catch fish today. So you just never know.
Yeah. You never know. One thing I'll say, sometimes I'll just go head on with the wind, but finding protected shorelines help a lot sometimes too. If that lake has them. Limestone is a tough lake to fish in the wind, though, man. I will tell you that. Uh, I don't want to be over timber at all and bouncing, and up and down in waves. Uh, I just don't want to set the boat on top of a tree.
Yeah.
And some of those areas, that they're not even accessible, to a boat. There's so many trees sticking up.
Mm.
And but some of those areas we didn't even get into because the waves were rolling waves that day that we went.
I know Houston County was a different experience with that. The amount of trees that are in that lake.
Yeah. And y'all went way up north, so I know it's stumpy up there.
Oh, it's a different, yeah.
Yes, tree after tree after tree.
Yeah.
And they all sitting like right on the surface level of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you didn't have live scope to kind of navigate your way through that
Yeah.
stuff, you really messed up. You
It's
messed
gonna
up.
be a ping ball.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw a guy go back and forth a couple of times, and he was trimmed up so high he was throwing a giant rooster tail. Motor was screaming, and he was doing about 5 miles an hour, as fast as he could go, I guess. And I'm like, man, what is this guy doing? And then I got over to the area that he was running through. I'm like, oh,
Stuck on a stump.
he's trying to go as fast as he can without knocking his lower unit off. No, he was moving.
Oh,
He was
okay.
in like a flat bottom aluminum, but he had it trimmed up all the way. So, I mean, he was throwing a rooster tail and a half, not going real fast, but, moving. But that's the only way you could run out there in that area.
Uh-huh. Mr. Keys.
Hadn't seen that name in a while.
Yep. Well, he go by Pack 1 usually.
Ah.
Yep. You see BRTP come in.
What's up, BRTP?
Murdoch says my best day ever. It was 20-mile-per-hour wind, 24 degrees, and sleeting. I caught 24 fish, all 2.5 to 3 pounds. Had to quit because I couldn't feel my hands.
Mm.
Yeah, I like those days when you got to dip your rod in the water to melt the ice. You can usually fish wherever you want. There won't be too many boats out there.
Nope.
There's a dude that James Butts that lives on Lake Houston. And I'm gonna tell you, who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. I know.
I can't go to that lake without seeing this dude. Well, he's been having boat trouble here past 3 months or so, and I can't go to that lake without seeing him if that boat's running. I don't care what the weather is like. And he'll see me, man, you crazy enough to be out here? So I say the same thing to you. You crazy enough to be out here? I didn't think I was gonna see nobody. Yep.
I know the boat. I know what he looks like. I know where he lives.
Yeah. Oh, back in the day when we used to have them tournaments, man, that dude right there is a character, man. Really fun guy to just sit there and kick it with. Always make you laugh. I mean, he's just a fun dude to hang with. Okay, so well, I guess we'll get this tournament set up for the 27th. So I'll get that put together, and I'll see if I can't get in contact with that lady again tomorrow, and make sure it ain't nothing special we need to do or that I need to do to be able to host a tournament there.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
I know I got all my executives in town, so I'm gonna jump off here, guys.
Okay. Well, JJ, I appreciate you coming on and kicking it with us and sharing your knowledge.
Oh, absolutely. We'll see you guys the 27th. Terry,
Okay.
enjoy Georgia, man.
All right.
All right.
Have a good day.
Well,
Later, guys.
thanks,
I'll check
JJ.
the video out later.
Yes, sir. Want to live closer to the fish or just ready to make a change? Joey is your guy, is your go-to realtor, real estate professional. Let me read it right. For all your needs, joeymayberry.com. And there's his number. I vouch for him. I really do. Good guy.
That's appreciated.
Mr. Johnny James, that's the guy that did that under 2 hour limit yesterday. That wasn't yesterday, other day. Yeah, yesterday. Says, what up, everyone? SK. My mom said thanks. Looks like my truck will be finished Friday. That's awesome. I know you're ready for that. DT says, how far are you from Hobby Airport? I'm probably about an hour away. Is that where you flew in from? All right, Murdoch. Appreciate you coming on, brother. I'll catch you next week, without a doubt. Well, anybody else got anything else they want to throw out there?
I'm good.
Cool. No questions? No, we had one question, really good question. What depths would I target? It depends on what lake, but lakes. If you're fishing lakes down here, it's like I was saying that at 15 to 20 is good right now. That's the area. That's where I'm gonna track my boat from side imaging. But yeah, I'm about an hour away from. Depending on, man, it could be 2 hours. If it's early morning travel, it's about an hour. But going through downtown is a mess.
That's 45 again, just on the other
Yep,
side.
exactly.
So it is.
Yes, sir. Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all coming on. If y'all don't have anything else, man, I guess we'll close this bad boy out.
Yep.
Yeah, appreciate y'all having me, man. Y'all
All
have
right.
a good Christmas.
You're
You too.
always
You
welcome.
too.
Likewise, brother.
Sure.
All right. Appreciate everybody being on and all you guys over in the comments. Really do appreciate you. And you guys have a great holiday season coming up. And we'll see you guys next week. As we say, same time, same flavor. Peace.